All right, right on the dot. Shall we begin, Dr. Sangeet?
Please do. Can I request everyone to kindly mute their mics, please, except for the speakers? We would appreciate if you could mute your mics. Thank you. All set, Amar. Good to go.
All right. Firstly, a very warm welcome to everyone present here this lovely evening at the grand finale of the PAN-UAE Speaking Contest, organized by the University of West London. It's a completely student-led initiative that we, the students, have taken a part of, which brings us to me. I'm Amar Sharik, a student of University of West London and your co-host for the day. Communication is an integral part of our lives, but how many times in our day do we actually think whether our words have any significance? How many times do we try and assess whether our words really added any value to the listener? Now, these thoughts don't really come up often, but when they do, they leave us in a fix. Impromptu speaking is the ability to structure your thoughts without any prior preparation and plays a pivotal role in a meaningful communication, not just any communication. We're gathered here today to witness that very ability which sets apart our contestants from the ordinary. The ability to inspire with words, the ability of articulation of a seasoned speaker, the creativity and the candor. After 3 days of intense battle of the wits in the preliminary rounds, that saw over 100 students from 54 different schools all over the UAE battle it out to be the best of the best, emerged victorious are 12 finalists. For the last showdown and a cash prize of 3,000 dirhams, 2,000 dirhams and 1,000 dirhams along with trophies for the school. But not far behind were the 12 contenders that took part in the challenges round, the winners of which will be announced shortly. And what better way to sum up the beautiful journey we have had so far than a recap video. Let's take a look. Welcome all the participants. This is the PAN-UAE Impromptu Speaking Competition hosted by the University of West London.
None of us expected COVID to happen, right? But that's the thing. We always have to learn to adapt, to be ready for change, and to somehow find a way to overcome all the negative that might happen.
These unprecedented times, our dependence on media has increased exponentially, especially for us high school students. Social media is the only form of interaction.
Because when parents give a smartphone, they're giving a whole world to that child. It's giving like internet, media, strangers. You can talk to a person who's 1,500 kilometers away from there.
Tom and Jerry quite a lot, yeah? So it's first about getting back to those old days and really laughing out loud. Especially Bruno, and there are episodes when I think Jerry's cousin comes, the one wearing a diaper, and Jerry's uncle comes at times. He's like a Spanish maestro and stuff like that. So it's absolutely enjoyable. Thank you for bringing those lovely memories.
Thank you. My mom, to me, is my role model because she teaches me every life skill that I need as an individual.
The society that we live in today is one that is quite superficial, albeit we are transitioning into a more modernized society where we're going to believe that smartness and intelligence quite frankly does overweigh beauty.
Without compassion, this intelligence can turn into something really negative, because how we use this intelligence is also important. We can use intelligence for good things, but intelligence can also be used of thinking ways to trick people or con people, which if you have compassion towards a person will not happen.
A very exciting competition. I really liked how you all put forward your own thoughts and did not stick to the normal norms of the society, I would say.
That was an amazing round, very dynamic one by both host and the participants both together.
Thank you so much for that really nostalgic video, Anupama ma'am. I'm sure It's been quite a journey for all of us, and this is the end game. So let's quickly go through the agenda for today. We'll be having felicitation speeches by the stakeholders of the university, and then we'll be moving on to the contest with the 12 finalists, followed which we'll have an address by the chief guest, His Excellency Mohammad Shail As-Sadi, CEO of the Corporate Strategic Affairs sector at the Dubai Economy, Government of Dubai, who shall speak on future jobs. Now, since that is done, the moment the challengers have been waiting for, the results of the challengers round. So without further ado, I'll be announcing the winners of the second place. Now, the judges were in a fix and could not decide on just one winner because two of them were really great and stood out. The winners of the second place for the challenges round, SP013 Aryan Shah from Cambridge International School, Dubai, and SP023 Mehek Afzal from the Oxford School, Dubai, came second. Can we have a huge round of applause for both the winners? Winners, you don't need to, we're just going to continue ahead with this.
Okay, thank you so much.
Congratulations. And now for the winner of the challenges round. Now, this particular contestant, he made us want for more when he spoke about the relation between a teenager and their parents. Now, this was no other than SP083 Muhammad Akil Abdullah from GEMS Cambridge International School, Abu Dhabi. He's the winner of the challenges round. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? Now, that being said, congratulations, winner. Ms. Anupama will contact your school for future directions. Over to you, Nivedya.
Thank you, Aman. I look around and am in awe with the collected expertise gathered here. We are deeply honored to welcome you. I will be your co-host for tonight, Nivedya Balagopal, studying in the University of West London. Before we begin with the competition, I will have a few words to share about the University of West London. University of West London is one of the most prominent universities in the UK. The following slide shows you all the achievements that University of West London has gained throughout the years, mainly being #1 modern university in London for overall satisfaction, winning the Business School of the Year award, and 98% of our graduates are in employment or further studies within the first 6 months. This brings me to the most important features and unique that University of West London has to offer to us. That is its Innovation and Career Centre and Employability Lab, whose main aim is to develop employability skills among the students. Here you can see that the RAK branch campus of University of West London was the runner-up for the best educational provider. And the following slide contains all the courses that University of West London offers here in the RAK branch campus. Now it's time to introduce our judges for today. We have Dr. Sangeet Ibrahim, who serves as the VP and Head of Learning and Talent Development of UAE's largest bank. He also serves as the team leader of the Dubai Human Development Award, Government of Dubai. He's an author and TEDx speaker. He expresses the purpose of his life as #MissionInspire1Million. Then we have Mr. Mohammad Rashid, currently serving as the AVP of Internal Audit at Sharjah Islamic Bank. He has been an active member of Toastmasters International for more than 12 years. And Dr. Sunaina Iqbal, winner of Sheikh Hamdan Distinguished Family Award, an author and entrepreneur. Welcome, judges. Now, with great pleasure, I would like to invite Dr. Suresh Gamlat, Dean of Claude Littner Business School, to deliver the felicitation speech.
Good evening. I hope you can see and hear me. Excellent. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to this fabulous event and to share in the glory of your achievement. It is a fabulous event, and to the finalists, I'm sure it is a very momentous occasion in your lives where you have achieved something quite significant here. So let me begin by congratulating each and every finalist here today for the tremendous achievement you have made so far. Because public speaking is one of those things that if you ask and there was a recent survey that has been done, the survey of over 1,000 people, where the surveyors asked, which do you fear the most, public speaking or death? And the top answer of what people fear the most is public speaking. So you'd rather be dead than speak in public. So so to the finalists who have made it so far, and I've seen some of the samples of your speeches and your talks, that is a fantastic achievement and it's a fantastic array of talent. So let me begin by saying congratulations. Now, I'm also noting that the vast majority of our public speakers, of our contestants, or in fact all the contestants here, are students in their stages of development. So you have a bright future to look forward to. And let me give you a piece of advice. Whatever field you go into, whether it's the sciences or the arts or business or engineering, whatever profession, whatever level you are in, effective communication is key to your success. And without that effective communication, you are not going to be successful in your career. And a lot of you who have enrolled or registered on this event and have made great strides to improve your public speaking have made a very clear, good choice. Now, I sense that most of you are a bit nervous today. Despite having gone through so many rounds, you're still nervous. That's very natural. That's a natural human reaction. My advice to all of you is feel the fear, but do it anyway, because that's what leads to courage. And the more you practice, the better you are at it. And the reason why you may be nervous is you might be concerned about failing. Don't be, because one thing I tell all my undergraduates is there's no such thing as failure. Every moment in life, every mistake you make is a feedback that leads to further improvement. I would also like to thank, in particular, Mr. Rafi and Mr. Zahir, and also the whole team at our University of West London branch campus in RAK. This is a fantastic event. I think it is not just a fantastic event for the university. I think you are doing the service, the society of UAE a great service by emphasizing the importance of public speaking, effective communication, and organizing such an event and bringing young people to the front and inspiring them forward towards roles in leadership. I think is a very important public service, and I congratulate you and I applaud you. And I wish you the best in continuing this scheme forward. So from me and all of us here in London, I wish you all the best. Once again, congratulations, and to all the contestants, the very best with your futures. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh, for your inspiring words. Now inviting Mr. Ahmed Rafi, CEO of University of West London RAK branch campus, to deliver the felicitation speech.
I think you're on mute, Mr. Rafi. We're not able to hear you. Mr. Rafi, we're not able to hear you.
Sorry, sir, you're still not audible.
Would you want to try exiting and rejoining, Mr. Rafi? Probably it's a network issue. Nivedya, let's move on to Professor Agarwal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then we'll invite Mr. Rafi again. Okay, thank you.
All right, sir. Now inviting Dr. Mohan Agarwal, Deputy Academic Dean of the University of West London, RAK Branch Campus, to deliver the felicitation speech.
Thank you very much, everyone. I, on behalf of the University of West London and Russell Khema or UAE campus, welcome you all for this wonderful opportunity that we have to know you and to learn from you, as well as to see that how wonderfully well you have prepared for something which is essentially not for preparation. In other words, that you need to speak in a way that binds you, bonds you, and also creates a value for the other person when you are speaking, even though you have got only few minutes that you have. That is why this impromptu speech is always for seconds, which help you to make the first impression lasting. So I thought, what should I say which probably supplements what these two wonderful students hosts have said, and later on so beautifully articulated by our dean from the London campus. I thought that let me share a little model called Spark Your Impromptu Communication. What is this Spark model? Spark model is, in this particular context, is an abbreviation or acronym, and which is each and every letter is talking about some element, some feature of impromptu communication, which makes a lot of sense and which also creates the bonding which I mentioned, because at the end of it, each communication is a shared meaning, shared understanding, and shared relationship. So S stands for structure. In other words, that you really need to know what you are going to speak. The less you need to speak, the less few minutes you have to prepare more, because you have to say everything in that little time. So therefore, structure is very necessary. The second is a P. P stands here for precision. Precision means that you should be brief, you should be to the point, and you shouldn't use excessive words, because more excessive words means more trouble or more dilution in terms of what you are saying. The A stands for audience, audience centricity, which means that you should be customizing what you are saying to the person or to the audience that you have been asked to speak for those few seconds. R stands for recency. Recency here would mean that usually people remember the first words and the last words. In other words, whatever you speak in your impromptu communication or speech or address, your opening remarks and your closing remarks, they must be absolutely wonderful so that people can remember. And the last letter is a K. K here refers to kinesthetics or your body movement. All those body movements provide depth or take away the depth from the words that you have spoken. Remember, words matter, but at the same time, body matters more. So when you are talking about impromptu communication, keep always in mind that in all communications, 93% is body and 7% is words. This is what we have to keep in mind. So with all this, I want to thank you for helping us, our university, to reach our goal of employability. We have a fantastic center which is called the Innovation and Career Center, in which we have employability cell, and this particular thing goes under that mission of ours, that we want to create employability and career things. With all this, I want to thank on behalf of the university to each one of you to have reached this such an important milestone, and I am myself excited to be a part of your journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Dr. Mohan Agarwal, for your very informative words. Mr. Rafi, is your audio all right now? I still can't hear you, sir.
We'll be inviting Mr. Rafi towards the end to thank the chief guest as well. So probably by then, if the system issues could be sorted out, we'll have a double bonus. Yeah, we'll get to hear him as well. Thank you. Please go ahead, Nivedya.
All right, thank you, Nivedya, and thank you, Dr. Agarwal, for those words. I would like to call upon Mr. Rashid, our judge for the day, to share a few words with our contestants. Mr. Rashid? Can I call upon Mr. Rashid?
Yes. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Sangeet for considering me worthy of judging this event. And having already seen the previous round, I can only imagine how thrilling today's contest would be. And I just want to wish all the best and give it your best, boys and girls. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rashid. Can I call upon Dr. Sunaina, our second judge for the day, to share a few words with the contestants?
Am I audible, Amar?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be with you all this evening. Amar and Nivedya, before I forget, I need to specially appreciate you for the amazing job that you guys are doing. Take a bow. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been part of the preliminary round judging panel, and trust me, I've been dreading this day because we know this is not going to be easy. We know for the judges, it's going to be a huge challenge deciding the winners. The rigorous preliminary rounds that happened, after which we have the creme de la creme of UAE contesting today. And that's no mean feat. To all those who've made it so far, guys and girls, head held high with a modicum of pride. This is no mean feat. Congratulations for making it so far, and good luck for today. Seatbelt signs on. Let's get started. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sudheta. I'm sure our contestants are equally thrilled. Now, finally, our third judge for the day, Dr. Sangeet. Can you please share a few words with the contestants and the rules along with that? Thank you.
Definitely, Amar and Nivedya. As usual, you add so much of value to our program and all our events. So thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and our distinguished guests. It's an honor and privilege to share the stage with you. And all our contestants, we've been together for the last 8 days, and you've all made us proud. Awesome, amazing performances. As Dr. Sunaina said, please keep your heads high. This is an initiative by the Employability Lab of the University of West London. So it's not just about impromptu speaking. We're focusing on 3 skills: your ability to handle ambiguity, your ability to think on your feet, and your ability to speak and influence people. So that's the reason we've designed this particular contest the way it is. Now, you know the rules. Okay, the drill is well known. You get 30 seconds. The hosts are going to call out your chest numbers, and then you get exactly 30 seconds. So use those 30 seconds to jot down probably 2 or 3 high-level points, bird's eye view of the topic that you want to speak, and then you get 2 minutes. It's not 1 minute like the prelims. You get 2 minutes. So take your time, okay, and build a narrative around those 2 to 3 points. We won't have a timer, and that's by design, because in real life you will never get a timer. So relax, just be yourselves. You'll do an amazing job. Smile a lot, have a lot of energy. Don't try to force humor into your speech, but at the same time, don't try to take yourself too seriously as well. Okay? So all the very best. Make us all proud. At the end of the day, definitely we'll have top 3 winners, but you're all definitely winners. And I'm so excited because we'll have an amazing speech from our chief guest, who I'll be introducing formally towards the end of the session as well. Back to you, Amar.
All right, so now it is the time everybody has been waiting for. Let us have our first contestant with the chest number SP018. SP018.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Right, sure.
All right, so once I give you my topic, you will have 30 seconds and then 2 minutes to speak. Your topic for today is: real wealth is never measured in money or possessions. Real wealth is never measured in money or possessions. Your time has started. Please start speaking.
Thank you very much. Firstly, to begin with, what really is wealth? What is the crux of wealth? Well, to me personally, wealth and a person who is wealthy is someone who is content, someone who is euphoric about life and the idea of life. That to me is wealth. How do you attain such wealthiness? How do you become wealthy? A long striving question that almost every individual wants the answer to. Is it money? Or is it job satisfaction? Is it monetary gain? Is it that new watch or that new car? Well, to me personally, until you're truly happy, your mind, body, and soul is truly content and euphoric, you will never achieve wealth. Now, I ask my friends sometimes, would you rather be happy with just money and monetary gain, or would you truly want to be happy within your soul? And I get this very, very humorous answer. I'd rather be happy and crying in the back of my Ferrari than have no money in my bank account. Now, to me personally, this ideology is so flustered. It's flustered with doubt. How can you be happy with money and money only? That to me doesn't make sense. Unless you truly are happy with what you're doing in your life, unless you truly are happy waking up each day with a smile on your face, looking forward to the next, you are not wealthy. Some of you may be under the assumption that you are wealthy. Well, my friend, you aren't wealthy. You're merely just rich. And to attain wealth and to truly be wealthy, that may take ages. Apologies?
No, go ahead.
Very well. That may take days, months, decades, who knows? But once you achieve that true wealth, no day will be the same forward.
Thank you so much. Your time is up.
Thank you.
That was a very delightful speech.
That's correct, Nivedya. It was quite an explosive start. Thank you so much, SP018. Moving on, the next contestant for the day, SP019. Can we have you?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Can you please turn on your video camera?
Yes. Can you see me?
Yes, hello there. The bar has been set very high, SP019. We're expecting nothing less extraordinary from you. All right. Your topic for the day. Real learning doesn't occur in a classroom. Real learning doesn't occur in a classroom. Your 30 seconds have started. SP019. The floor is yours.
Real learning doesn't occur in a classroom. Let's talk about this pandemic itself. This was a real life situation. Among impeachments, wildfires, racial injustice, and COVID-19, 2020 was a seriously hard year and it had been testing us. But despite everything, we did not give up. We found new levels of courage, humility, resilience, and resolve, and renewed our understanding of compassion. But that is not all. Newborns arrived, students graduated, marriages, birthdays, anniversaries were celebrated. And all of these different aspects of our lives taught us so many things which a classroom could not teach us at all. So, my friends, I hope that you aren't held back because of a number and that you didn't rush into things because it felt like time was slipping by. Because classrooms sometimes can feel like a race. I hope you do what is right for you. Hold on, slow down, and breathe in. Your age is your age, but most importantly, your life is your life. And a number, don't let that change your journey. Don't let your grades or your parents saying that 100 on 100 is what they expect. Or maybe you being compared to your fellow cousin who's always on the top, let you stop your journey. Because my friends, reveal in the differences and enjoy where you are in this moment. Because I can tell you for sure that this is the moment that you have. Look at yourself as a painting. Put a stroke of effort every single time and learn. Because ladies and gentlemen, I see an incomplete painting in you and only you can complete it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, SP019. Yes, you made me feel like a painting. Very beautiful indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, SP019. Before we go on with the next participant, I would request all of you to keep your audios off, except the participant. Can I have SP020? SP020.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, you're both audible and visible.
I'm hearing an echo for some reason.
Is it all right now?
Hello, hello. Yeah, I guess it's fine now. Am I visible?
Oh. Yes, you're visible and audible. All right, so your topic for today is personality matters far more than beauty. Personality matters far more than beauty. Your time has begun. Please start speaking.
When was the last time you watched TV and saw a beautiful model walking past and went, I wish I looked like her. I wish I had her confidence. I wish I was as pretty as her. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I have. Not once, not twice, probably a million times. And I know that you're not supposed to think about outward appearance and that conventional beauty standards are not supposed to judge you. But unfortunately, the words of the people around you, they get to you. And it's okay at times that when you feel ugly, when you feel that you're not as pretty as someone else. But just remember, just because you don't find yourself attractive doesn't mean you aren't worthy of respect. And that is something that we need to remember in the 21st century. Because your personality is what makes you you, what makes you human, what builds up your life, and what makes your experiences build you up, and what helps you build your relationships with people around you. Because they stick with you not because of your outward appearance. Your parents, your friends, they love you because of who you are inside. And yes, you've probably heard of the statement, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But apart from that, does conventional beauty really matter? I agree that you might feel put down by looking at other people around you, feel jealous, but just remember that we are human beings. Humanity is what keeps us alive. And you need to understand that when you treat other people nicely, when your personality shines bright like a diamond, quote Rihanna, that is when you have your true worth. And I assure you, the next time that you see a model walking past with such confidence and feel like...
Thank you so much. Your time is up. I completely agree with everything you've said.
I was just thinking, guys, if this is how these youngsters are going to speak impromptu, I think you guys are going to give all of us a big run for our money. Yeah? Great going, good start.
I was literally just going to say that just three contestants down, and I can already tell the judges are going to have a very hard time choosing a winner. But thank you for that, SP020. Can I call upon SP036? SP036.
Yes, I'm right here. Just a second.
Sure. Hi there.
Hello.
Yes, all right, perfect. So your topic for the day, SP036. Why failure is the greatest teacher? Why failure is the greatest teacher? Your 30 seconds have started. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Kiera Fernandez, and I'm someone who's failed. I failed at many things, and it used to eat me up inside before. I'd wonder why. But it is only after I've come to events such as these, it's only after I've raised my hand and spoken, that I have realized that failure isn't a bad thing. Failure to me is the most important stepping stone in our society, because it teaches us where we've gone wrong and where we can do better. When I was younger, I was most afraid to raise my hand in class. I was a shy kid. But the minute I learned to take that stand and say, yes, I might not know the answer, but this is how I see things, that's the day I started to learn. And learning is so important, especially in the society we live in now. When we see failure, we are forced to confront ourselves. We are forced to see what we might not understand, but that only helps us understand things better. Scientists form hypotheses on how they think a particular paradigm exists. And oftentimes, their hypotheses are disproved. But that doesn't mean we haven't learned anything. As a matter of fact, that means the complete opposite. It means we've learned so much. This is why I believe that failure is the most important stepping stone in our society. Because as we learn something, we continue to grow continuously. It is a cycle. And that is how we have become the society we are today. That's how we have created these incredible minds around us. That's how we have encouraged innovation and creativity and development in our society. If there's one thing I can encourage you to be proud of, it's your failures. Because your failures don't define who you are, they define who you will become. And I, for one, can say I am proud to have failed, because that is the only way I would be here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, SP036. Your failures don't define you, your failures define who you will be. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can I have SP047? SP047?
Yes. Am I audible?
You are audible. Please turn your camera on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great to see you. All right. So your topic for today is how to achieve your dreams. How to achieve your dreams. Your time has begun. You can start.
How to achieve your dreams. Now, this topic actually makes me want to recite a small happening which happened quite recently. So I was sitting, lounging on my sofa, watching TV and enjoying my favorite show. And my mom comes and says, "What are you doing? You have so much in life to do, so go. You have to achieve your dreams. Think big." And at that moment, I could only formulate one reasonable answer. I said, "Mom, I'll sleep so that I can achieve my dreams." Because that seemed to be the quite easiest way to actually start achieving my dreams. But all jokes aside, I think this is a period we all need to start achieving dreams, set big goals and expectations from other people. This is a very decisive period. And what I can say from the general things I've heard is that to achieve your dream, for me first is to stay true to yourself. Because if you know who you are and what your heart wants, I'm pretty sure that your heart will take you wherever you want to go. And if you believe in yourself and you're determined to reach your dreams and goals, your heart will find a way to get around all the obstacles that may be in your path. Because that is how life is. It actually wants me to quote a famous saying from Jennifer Aniston. There are no regrets in life, just lessons. And I think that's very important because often, many a times than not, we become discouraged and we feel that no, there's such a long way to go to where I want to reach. And it's quite disheartening. But I think it's important to realize that every single thing you come across in your life is not something which will hold you back. It's not a regretful decision. But even if it goes downhill. It's still a lesson learned. And I think that is key to remember and to always keep in
Thank
your
you
head so
so
that you can
much.
achieve your dream.
Your time is up. I really loved
Thank
your
you.
humorous approach to a very important lesson in life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, SP047. Can I call upon SP051?
Hello.
SP051, can you turn your video camera on? I can hear you.
Yeah,
Can you turn your video camera on?
am I visible now?
Yes, you're visible and audible. Welcome back. Your topic for the day. In what situation is lying a good idea? In what situation is lying a good idea? Your 30 seconds is starting. You may start speaking now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In what situation is lying a bad idea? Now, I'm pretty sure most of you would think lying is inherently an evil concept. Why would you ever lie? Why would you find the need to lie to a person, to feed him misinformation? But there are instances when it is not only good for us to lie, but it is crucial, it is absolutely necessary for us to lie. For example, I'm sure all of you would have heard of a white lie, a lie to save someone. Now, in many cases in our life, there are often scenarios where we have to lie, and it's not for our personal gain, it's for others, it's to save others. So we have to say that white lie. And even though you might be judged for lying, since you didn't do it for yourself, you didn't do it to gain anything for yourself, it is not for any selfish means, it is done to save someone else, it was done for someone else. That makes it a good lie. And when else is lying a good thing? When it's done, when you're not saying the truth to hurt someone. There are many instances when the truth can often hurt someone. The truth is always bitter. It is very, very true, and I'm sure that you would have all heard that saying. The truth is always bitter, and sometimes something that is too bitter could hurt a person. And once you say some words, it can never be taken back. So at that time, you have to lie. And basically, I believe that whenever you lie for someone else and not for your own good, that is when a lie is good, and that is when you can lie. Thank you.
You still have 20 more seconds, SP051.
Okay, sure. Building on hurtful truths, there are often examples where you not only you don't lie, but you don't give them the truth. You know, you stay in that moral gray area. That also counts as a lie, I believe, but that also counts as a good lie. So that can all be grouped into one area. Thank you.
You know, SP051, let me tell you a lie. That was a terrible speech. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, SP051. Can I have SP062? SP062.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're both audible and visible. So
Okay.
your topic for today is entrepreneurship is better than taking up a job. Entrepreneurship is better than taking up a job. Your time has begun.
No, wait.
Please start speaking.
Okay. Well, the first rule that everybody needs to follow in their life is that you live for yourself, is that you're born into this world independently and nobody can live your life except for yourself. So be yourself, use the tool that you're given to you. Communication, man's biggest gift. It's a God-given gift that our species have gained and it is something that makes us different from everyone else. So use it, manipulate it, control it, gain your power, learn to use your tongue with the help of your mind, coordinate it and bring it out, bring your words out, bring your feelings out, emotions, channel it, merge it with wit, wisdom, and intelligence. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do that, the whole world is in your hands, and you will be your own master of judgment. And if all of this is true, why do you have to live under somebody else? Why do you have to work for someone else when you can build your life on your own? And that's where entrepreneurship takes its place. In fact, entrepreneurship is so important in our life. We even have a damn subject about it. We even study about it under the commerce stream for 2 years. So that's how important it is. The patriarchal norms don't rule our life, or we decide what we are good in. It is our passion that speaks for us. We create a position in this world with our decisions, with what we love, because we can never excel in something that is imposed into us. We can excel only when we need it, when we believe in our dreams, and when we know that we have to love our dreams, and it's our cause. It's your call. Be yourself, love, live, build on whatever you have with yourself, because only that can take you to true heights. On that note, build on your communication, build on your words, hard work and fail and success and everything will mix up and make your life.
Thank you so much. Your time is over. That was a very powerful speech. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that, SP062. Can I call upon SP068 now? SP068.
Yeah, am I visible?
You're not visible, SP068, but I can hear you. Can you try turning your video camera on?
Yeah.
I still cannot see you. I still cannot see you. There's a black screen. All right, how about this? You figure it out and we'll come back to you towards the end, yeah?
Okay.
That's all right? All right, perfect then. Moving on, SP081. SP081.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, I cannot see you either.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Can you see me now? I guess so.
I can. That's SP081. Judges, please note that's SP081. All right, your topic for the day. How to stop campus bullying. I'll repeat your topic. How to stop campus bullying. Your 30 seconds have started. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and today I'm here to talk about how to stop campus bullying. So let's get started with, why do these people bully others? They are insecure themselves. See, when a person sees something that's better than others and they have this evil greed in them, they'll try their best to like put them down, like throw bad words, throw hurtful words, and try their best to put them down. But when they don't actually succeed, they take even worse measures, and that's how bullying happens. And I think this needs to be stopped. So here are like 3 things that I think should be put into action. First of all, we should enforce something like anti-bullying in the campus. I don't think so everyone will be okay with it or will go with it. As you know, bullies never stop, but we should have to try. Trying never hurts, right? And then we'll have to ask students to seek help. If someone is getting bullied, I'm sure they will be maybe scared or afraid to talk out about it, right? So we have to ask the students, are they okay? Are they okay? Or do they have any problems going on? Do they want to talk? And the third one will be find out who actually is insecure. That's the whole problem of the root of problem for bullying. Like if anyone anyone, me or you, anyone feel insecure, the first thought to them will be like, so who is better than me? What is making me feel such a way? And some people work on it and grow from it, but some people, sometimes they choose the wrong ways, and that leads to a lot of things that it's not good for them or the others, and then they chose bullying. So first we'll have to look into it, like who feels such a feeling? Why are they feeling so down? And then if we look into it and then ask people and then communicate, maybe things could be the right way. And I think people.
Thank you so much for that, SP081. Your time has elapsed. Those were very insightful points that you brought up. But let me also just add, bullying is punishable by law. It is an offense, all right? So that's another very big difference, I feel. Thank you.
Can I have chess number SP084? SP084. Chess number SP08. Yes, yes. You're both visible and audible. So your topic for today is how to make money on the internet. How to make money on the internet. Your time has begun. Please start speaking.
Okay, so I am sure a lot of you have heard of the platform TikTok, have you not? We know of people like Charlie D'Amelio, Dixie D'Amelio, etc. And when we look at their videos, we see 15 seconds of them dancing. That's it. But will it surprise you when I say that their net worth is actually 8 million? How much is that? Just think of that. Put that perspective into your head and then tell yourself, ask yourself, how much money can you actually make from the internet? Look at PewDiePie, a YouTuber. I absolutely love him. He is personally one of my favorite YouTubers. However, if you look at his videos from an analytical point of view, you can see that he doesn't really do much. All he does is make jokes and bring up random topics. And yet he earns so much every single day. This is true because nowadays we have reached a generation, an age, where simply putting content that is enjoyable by a group of people is going to allow us to earn a huge sum of money. My parents are doctors, and a lot of people in my family are doctors. However, if I compare their net worth, their pay, to so many famous people on the internet, I am left in absolute shock at how much the internet can actually earn you these days. I myself, I often use the internet in order to allow myself to be inspired and to earn as well. Nowadays, literally all you can do is take your capabilities, be it arts, be it music, be it literally comedy, it could be absolutely anything at all, and just put it out there. Put it in a way that the people will be able to access it, that the people will be able to enjoy it. So once you do that, you are fully capable of earning money. You just have to put in some hard work, you have to take in consideration the audience, and just allow yourself to be dissolved into the entire process. And then trust me, the money is going to start piling up one by one by one.
Thank you so much. Your time is up. And great set of tips to earn money on the internet. Thank you.
Before you sign off, SP084. Before you sign off, Dr. Sangeet, do you remember the typing with?
Exactly. So the next topic would be how to type faster than SP084. Yeah. but judges, please note, it's absolutely okay to Google in those 30 seconds. Yeah. So there's no competitive disadvantage if somebody Googles. You could either ask around. You know. No. I was speaking in your benefit. Yeah. So it's absolutely fine to ask someone else and even to research on the internet during those 30 seconds. Yeah. That's for the judges. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Okay, since we already have SP068 here, we'll begin with SP068. Can you say something? I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I can.
Perfect. All right. Before you begin, just another tip: please do not use the chat box while the contestants are talking because it proves to be very distracting to them. All right. So just refrain from using the chat box or your mic or anything. Just let them speak. Thank you for that. SP068, your topic for the day. How can we make the world a better place? How can we make the world a better place? Your 30 seconds have started. Judges note this is SP068. You may start speaking now.
So we can make the world a better place by stop deforestation. First of all, stop deforestation, and we can make some volunteers. As if in schools, we can say that we can clean up the places. We can make all the places a better. Like we can stop deforestation. We can stop the smoke factories which are going along in the industries. So first of all, I want to tell you guys that humanity is the best thing. If you see something is on the ground, you should just pick up and throw in the dustbin, which is a very good thing for you guys. I'm just telling you. And one more thing, you should not use the polythene bags. You should use the cloths one because it is also affecting the world nowadays. As you know that nowadays the pollution is just decreasing, and also in some of the countries it's increasing. I may say in Pakistan, Karachi, after like some few days before, there were so many like people who were doing this all things and cleaning the Karachi city, and I'm so impressed of that, really. So you should first of all drive less, because if you will drive more, the pollution and the smoke will create more, and by this we can say that there will be smoke pollution. There is also land pollution, air pollution, smoke pollution, and water pollution. The water pollution, I would like to tell you that people used to throw the garbage in the water, which may affect in the dams, and then the water canals come in the homes, by which people or the poor people, I will tell you that those who drink from there, it's a very, very bad thing for them that we are doing such type of stupid things for them. It's a very good thing if you people will throw the kachra, throw the garbage in the dustbin, and and many other things
Much
like.
time has
So
elapsed.
be
Time has
good with
elapsed.
others.
Thank you so much. I can let you speak after your time is done. But thank you for that. Thank you for highlighting Jetta Thunberg's dream to us. It was beautiful to hear. Over to you, Nivedya.
Can I have chess number SP094? SP094.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible. Please turn your camera on.
A second.
Yes, you're both audible and visible now. So your topic for today is, will AI eventually end up in enslaving humans? Will AI eventually end up in enslaving humans? Your time has begun. Please start speaking.
A very warm good evening to one and all present here. For the next 2 minutes, I'll be speaking on the topic, will AI end up enslaving humans? I would say a big yes to this, because artificial intelligence right now has become a very big complex topic, and it is, of course, it is created by humans, but right now it is controlling humans. And if suppose people right now, humans, they run up behind things which can make them actually easier. And right now we can see the robotics things is becoming very, very popular, and people, they go behind it, they run behind it, they want it. And of course, I think if the future is going to create a lot of robotic stuff, then people would end up becoming slaves to it. And of course, if it is coming to media or internet, of course, the students, humans. They are absolutely onto it. They think that that is their life. They don't think about anything else. What they see on internet is what they follow in their life. They have no game for themselves. They have no aim. They have no passion. They have no goal. They go behind it. They see some film star doing something. They go behind it. They see someone else doing something. They go behind it. And of course, that's why artificial intelligence can actually slave humans. And of course, children think that if they don't look pretty good, if they think that, of course, if someone is looking good or if someone is being successful in their life and they're posting pictures, images, they feel that, of course, I can do this, and I'm not successful in my life. Of course, it is slaving people. And cyber bullies and cyber addictions is, of course, a part of artificial intelligence, where they come across, okay, children being bullied, children being sexually harassed, and of course, they again become a slave to the porn. Of course, people watching porn, the children watching porn, they again become addicted to it, and of course, they become a slave to it. They think that it is fine, they think that it's all right, but then inside, they're actually being terminally destroyed because of all that. And of course, when parents right now, they're too busy, they end up giving phones, they end up giving gadgets to the hands of the children, and they end up saying that you can have it, you or he can have it, and you can do anything with it. But right now,
Thank you so much. Your time is up.
Thank you, SP094. Now the final contestant of the night, SP101. Can we have you? SP101.
Hello.
Hi there. Can you please turn your video camera on?
Can you see me?
I cannot.
Oh,
Yes, now I can. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. All right. Your topic for the day. This is the last time I'm getting to say this, and I'm very emotional at this moment. Your topic for the day, SP101. Space exploration is such a waste of money. Space exploration is such a waste of money. Your 30 seconds have started. The floor is yours. You can start speaking now.
There was a time when the idea of space was nothing more than a story. There was a time when space and the planets and the moons were just pictures in a book. But now space travel is definitely a part of reality. Many people have gone to space and come back and lived to tell the tales themselves. However, one must realize that, is this really necessary? We must know that money right now is a necessity. There was a time when food and clothes were a necessity, but right now money controls the world. But the government spends a lot of money on space travel, billions and billions of dollars each year, going for nothing more than a simple piece of paper or research. We must also realize that why we do space travel is because of, well, exploration, research, and also to the possibility of finding new planets that are habitable. I find this idea rather funny, really, because here we are ruining our own planet, and now we're looking for another planet to ruin. This is why space travel is such an overrated concept. Yes, the possibilities of space and the planets and aliens are endless. It's honestly a dream to think of something like this, and yet we must not sacrifice our planet for this. There are people out there with a lack of money and necessities that are suffering. They would require, or they need such money to survive, and this is how it's such a waste for space travel. Money can be put into something more meaningful. It can make someone's day, literally. It can help people survive. Space travel is a rare occurrence. We do not need it, and yet we do it.
Thank you for that, SP101. Let's just hope that Elon Musk does not hear anything that you just said. Let's really hope that.
I hope so too.
Thank you for that, SP101. And that was the final contestant of the day. Wow, it's been quite the journey. It's been quite the journey. And before we sign off, me and Nivedya, I would just like to say a few words that the three preliminary rounds, the challengers rounds, and now finally the grand finale. It's been one hell of a ride for both of us, and we enjoyed it more than you guys. And it was one person after the other outdoing each other, with outdoing our expectations, quite frankly. I mean, we did not really expect 11th and 12th graders to come out here with such articulation and such structure. We loved it thoroughly, and I really hope we get to do this again. Over to you, Nivedya. Hope you add something for our contestants.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be here, to be hosting for all of you. It's been such a memorable experience, and to be with such talented people, over 100 talented participants from the beginning. It's honestly been a dream to be here, and I hope we get this opportunity again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amar and Nivedya. I'm feeling very sentimental too. We've been together for the last 8 days, along with the contestants, and for once, let me tell you, the string that held the beats together probably is as good or even better than the pearls themselves. Yeah, so amazing. We really enjoyed having you. Every session, I would sit back and say, "Oh my God, these are our students and they're our ambassadors." And you've all made us really proud. Yeah, God bless you all. And to the students, the contestants, great job, really, really great job. It's a very tough call for the judges, so we're probably going to log off for some time and then start arguing and putting our bets on the table. And I hope and pray that objectivity and the emotions that you've evoked in us will work together to find the gems, the bigger gems among the whole lot. So just give us some time to do that. One piece of advice, all of you started by asking, can you see us? Can you hear us, right? Can you see us? Can you hear us? We heard you and you saw you, and you have absolute strengths. So please use these strengths to reach out to those who cannot be seen and those who cannot be heard. You look around, there are millions of our brothers and sisters who cannot be seen or heard because they don't have the platforms to do that. So please use these strengths to be their light and to be their voice. So you can change your strengths into your purpose. By doing that, you can definitely make this world a better place. Ladies and gentlemen, while the judges are crunching the numbers, I'm so happy to introduce our chief guest and quite excited to hear his discourse. Because at the University of West London, we are really excited about the employability prospects of our students. And that's the reason we have the Employability Lab, because we know that by the time our students will pass out, the job market is going to change. Some jobs are not going to be there, some new jobs will spring up, and some jobs will change their shape and size and color and texture forever. And we don't have clarity until now. We're so proud because today we get to hear from someone whose passion is to predict, using extensive research, the skills that are needed in the future economy. Someone whose strength and expertise is future-proofing careers. Can you believe this? Someone who pioneered the official future economy agenda in Dubai. Aren't we lucky? Ladies and gentlemen, the Employability Lab at the University of West London is proud to present our chief guest, His Excellency Mohammed Shail As-Saadi, CEO of the Corporate Strategic Affairs Sector at Dubai Economy, Government of Dubai. His Excellency Mohammed Shail also holds the Economic Track Secretariat position at the Dubai Government Majlis, an apex council led by none other than His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and the ruler of Dubai. He has also served as the advisor for the government of Ajman. Sir, we are honored and super excited by your presence, and we invite you to kindly address the gathering on the topic future jobs.
Well, thank you, Professor, for the really nice introduction. I'm very delighted to be part of this. I was supposed to log in at 7:50, but I've asked permission from Dr. Ibrahim to watch the entire contestants and to listen to the lovely leader of the future. And I'm telling you, I'm really impressed. So I've called my son. He studies at JBS. He's senior last year, so now he's upstairs applying for NYU. He couldn't continue with me, but he listened even to part of the lovely students who were competing on the different topics, and he was amazed. And he said, "I wish I knew this, and I would be part of this the whole journey." Well, thank you very much for allowing me to address the contestants in here. And as Professor Ibrahim mentioned, we in the Dubai economy, we look after too many balls in our hands. So first of all, we look at the traditional economy. We want to run the economy the way it should be running. And also, we need to look at the future. So we have a binocular and we look at the future. We don't know whether we see is correct or not. This is not a problem, as long as you have a faith and trust in your team who look with you in the future and brings it to today. I'm going to show you around 14 slides of the DED creation on the future jobs. And I can tell you that you are the second who saw this after the American University in Dubai. MBA students saw this before you, and you are the second to see this. And I can assure you that none of the government officials yet saw this. So you have a really close eye to see of what things can be changed in the future and how can you be part of the future, and you are part of the future. Well, this is me. Now you know me. Basically, if I can take you a bit of a historical footprint on the past. At that time, if you have muscles and if you are muscular, you are considered as of the capital. And if you have good brain, you are okay. But muscles at that time was required. Now, according to what we saw in our study, this formula flipped. If you have more muscles in your brain, you will be more likely to have a better future job. And if you have a physical muscles, most likely you will have a less, tentatively, less chance of getting future jobs. And why is that? It's because of the nature of things are happening. And the pandemic, which we are passing through, has given us or fast forwarded the future for us to today. Many things has happened in the last 1 year. And those things are really wasn't expected to happen in this decade. It was expected to happen next decade because of advancement on different realm. One of them is the quantum computer. So basically, quantum computer gives the opportunity to fast forward things in no time. And we've done a hackathon on quantum computer and the future of different countries when the quantum computer really comes and hits the economies and how things are progressing. I'll just give you a glimpse of what quantum computer can do in today's capability. So today's capability in terms of core, 50 cores, 60 core, 100 cores. If you have a password and username, and that password and username was really characterized of very, very tough in terms of hackability, a normal computer, not normal computer, very high speed computer, supercomputer might take around 10,000 years to break that username and password and then to know it. So 10,000 years. Same username and password, if we have today's capability with quantum computer, can be broken in less than 100 milliseconds. Imagine what will happen to your bank account. Bank account today, if I want to break your bank username and password of your bank, it will take me, but you need to have a really very strong username and password. So like __ question mark, exclamation mark, letter, capital letter, small letter. So give it too much complexity, it will take a supercomputer almost 10,000 years to break into this, and then they can steal after 10,000 years. But when a quantum computer comes, immediately that your username and password can be hacked within 100 milliseconds. Now, as I said, pandemic came, and pandemic made many people redundant. Now, the question you need to keep in mind, why I am redundant, my colleague is not. Although we have same certificate, same diploma, same experience in terms of years, why? What happened? Why they kept me redundant? Why they kicked me out of my job and they did not do my friend? It all goes to some extra skills that my colleague has that I don't. And those extra skills that my colleague did not get it from university, and one of the contestants was talking about the getting skills outside the curriculum of the university or school. And this is a very good topic that you need to understand, and as a student today, that you need to shape up your skills today in order for you to not be redundant in the future should we have a different type of pandemic coming in the future. So this is number one. Many people are losing jobs, not because of pandemic, but because of a different realm. Now, something called 4RI, the fourth industrial revolution. Fourth industrial revolution is where data is the core of any business. So what was the first one? Was the steam. The second one, the second industrial revolution was the electric. The third one was the electronics. And the fourth one now today is the data. So if you don't know how to deal with data and you have a PhD diploma, that PhD will not shield you from the heat and fire of being redundant. Number two, I need to speed this up because I've got 20 minutes in here. New generation has new career needs. Now, previously, if you, in Dubai, I'm talking about Dubai, United Arab Emirates, 50 years ago, just 50 years ago, which was your dad's and your mom's time at that time. If you know just how to read and write, just read and write, you might be a general manager of a government department. Just read and write. You don't know anything. You know how to read and you know how to write. And now in 50 years' time, even if you have a PhD or you have a master degree, that master degree will not take you. It only gives you the key to open the work marketplace for you. That's it. So as a new generation, you need to take today's tool. What are the today's tool? Mobiles, iPads, computers, and try to shape up your skills on those, because many people require some services on those devices, on those vehicles, on those tools. So you need to understand how to create and penetrate those needs of your generations so that you can create for yourself wealth. Not to be only rich, but to be rich and to create a wealth, not only for you, but for the society you are living in. So huge problem happens between the output of universities and the requirement of industries. Many industries think that, well, the students, once they finish from the university, they are unready to immediately hit a run in my factory. I need to take them between 3 months to 6 months for that, so that they can go and be productive. Well, if universities start today talking to the industries, what your needs in the coming 5 years, and adjust the curriculum, in this case, most likely their output will be taken very positively with the manufacturing and industries. Number three, there is a wide gap between the university and also the industry. And that is because of too much innovation is happening in the industry. And why is that happening in the industry? Because industries are profit driven. So any new invention, they take it, they adopt it, and they run with it. Now, by the time you study for 4 years in university, and basically you will study historical information, you are unready in here. So what's required by the universities and by the academia is always to adjust their curriculum to fit or to be very close to the industry requirements. Now, many of those skills might be obsolete in the coming years, or might be uplifted in the coming years. So what I want you to do as a new generation, you need to understand that you've got something that we don't have. You've got games, you've got Xboxes, you've got PlayStations. Those PlayStations and Xboxes, you might think of them as entertainment tools. Well, they are not. I'll give you a small example just for you to understand what will happen in the coming 10 years or 15 or 20 years. This is through our studies. If today you graduate and one of the contestants said that my mom, my dad, doctors, all of my families are doctors, well, they might be redundant in the coming 10 years. And why is that? It's because of the technology. 5G, 6G is coming here to change the entire world landscape. And how is it changing it? Today, if I want to do an operation, I need to have a physical operation theater, and I need to have a doctor residing in the hospital, anesthesian, and also some nurses. Well, in the future, especially now, you know Elon Musk and you know Google, they are creating the space link, where it gives everybody internet accessibility anywhere in the world, which means that if I am today, 10 years today, if I am now 10 years from today, and I am a doctor, I've just graduated, and I don't have that skill, synchronization between my mind, eyes, and fingers, and they ask me to do operation, I will say, where is the patient? Well, the patient is in the middle of Al-Ain. He's in the middle of desert in Al-Ain. Well, I am not in Al-Ain. I am in Dubai. So bring him to me. They will say, there is no time to bring him. You can operate the operation from this premise while the person is in there. Where is my anesthesian? Your anesthesian is in India. And where are my nurses? Your nurses are in South Africa. And everybody can work together. If you don't have that skills that you are doing today, learning today, the gamification side of the Xbox and PlayStation, then you will not be able to use that joystick and cut and do operation inside the human stomach, human body in the future. So I need you to understand, whatever you get from the school, whatever you get from university, you need to boost it up with outside the curriculum skills. You need to shape it up. Also, the working landscape has been changed, especially in the pandemic. You've experienced it as a student, we experienced it as a government, and also the private sector experienced it. Previously, if you don't come to work from 7:30 to 2:30 or 3:30, depends, you will be considered as absent today. Well, today, after the pandemic and during the pandemic, you are working 24/7. Why? Because everybody knows that you are accessible, which means that any place that you are in with a laptop and internet connectivity, you are at work. There is part of this study, there is a new phenomena we've discovered. Professors know about this, and maybe some of you knew about it. That phenomena called digital nomad. And what a digital nomad is. If I call anybody, you are a nomad, you are a nomad, you are not civilized, then you will be very offended with what I'm telling you. But today, many of those new generation consider themselves as a nomad digitally, which means that they go to Bali, they go to India, they come to Dubai, they do work for Europe, and they collect their money in their South African bank. And what they have only a laptop and internet connectivity. That's what they are searching for. By the way, Dubai now is working on creating policies for digital nomad, which means that workplace and study place has been changed, and we believe that it is changed forever. We don't know whether this phenomena is reversible or not. We did not do any study in that domain yet. Now, what you need to do in order for you to be productive in the future, and everybody needs to hire you. Now, previously, you need to have, as I said, muscular, or you need to have a tooling system that if you want to be a nice carpenter, you need to know how to use the saw, you need to know how to use the hammer, you need to know which nail do you need to know how to measure, as they said, measure twice and cut once. Today's requirement is totally different because everything can be done digitally. But the person, SP101, was given a question on AI is replacing human being. Well, this is a very hot debated topic. You cannot say yes and you cannot say no because everybody has their own logic of driving their result out of this. You might, or we might, be threatened by robot or by AI, but we need to compete. Today, we are competing with a human, but that competition is not necessary a fair competition because some people, God gave them smartness, and other people, God gave them logicness, and some other people, God gave them philosophy. But that's a competition. So similar competition will happen in the virtual realm. You need to understand how do you take what you have learned in the school, skills that you got into the normal life and normal reality. I'll try to fast forward this because, as I said, no time for me in here. Now, I don't think any of you got into a job yet. Maybe some of you work as an intern or work placement for some time. And in most cases, when we get some new students, we believe or we are assured that this student is unfit to work. Why? He knows only how to read and write. He knows only how to use computer. He doesn't have the skills that I want. What skill I want? It depends on which domain I'm working in. Like in my future economies in Dubai, where I work in the strategic department, we have a different domains. We have a traditional quality department. We have a traditional strategic department. We have a traditional stakeholder management department, and we've got another future economy division that looks into the future. So you need to understand before you go to any workplace, before you do any intern, you need to understand where you are doing and what exactly do you want to do, and prepare yourself. Take your saw, take your hammer that suits you in that domain. Now, many jobs, not some jobs, many jobs will be redundant. And those jobs are already, some of them are on a pipeline to be obsolete. And I'll give you a small example. 50 years ago, the entire Gulf region were dependent, highly dependent on fishery. So people building dhows, people creating nets, people creating cages to catch fish, people are diving to get pearls. So the essence of this economy in the entire region, all the way from Saudi Arabia to Oman, both sides of the Arabian Gulf, used to be dependent on pearls hunting, right? Now what happened? A very nice Japanese person slept one night and he dreamed that how can I create pearls out of the oysters in a really mass production? And I need to create shapes too. So I need to design the shape, put it inside the oyster, and after sometimes I need to see a pearl. Once this attempt successfully implemented, the entire region was disrupted, the entire region. So the entire jobs, pearls hunters out, ships builders out, nets builders out, cages creators out. None of those were there. Alhamdulillah, God gave us at that time some of the oil, and the government of United Arab Emirates used that oil to educate and spread healthiness in the entire country. So you need to understand there is no fear that my job will be obsolete. It's fine, but you need to understand how can you reskill yourself and how can you upskill yourself. I'll give you another example. I was like 25 years ago in the army, like 30 years ago in the army. When I was there, my salary at that time was 5,000 dirhams. 5,000 dirhams at that time, too much, Don't consider 5,000. Now, maybe some of your students, some of you, you get a salary from your parents, 2,000 or 1,000 or 5,000 dirhams. I was working in a very tough environment for a month just to earn 5,000 dirhams. And in the 1990s, computers were brought into the army. And if you can enter data, you know what enter data means. I don't think you know what do I mean by enter data. If you type your name, Ahmed, AHMED, and type mobile number 050123445, that's considered as data entry. And if you can enter those data, you need to, first of all, you need to go for 3 months training course to be able to enter those data. Now, some of you are laughing, maybe. I'm not sure, I can't see you, but that was a reality 30 years ago or 25 years ago. And after 3 months of intensive training, they get you a bonus, a monthly allowance of 1,500 dirhams. Why? Because you are a data entry. And they consider you as one of the smartest person on the army. And if you walk around, everyone will say, oh, that guy, he's a data entry. What? Is he a data entry? Yes, he is a data entry. And now after some time, after they see you know how to enter those data, they take you for advanced data entry. Advanced data entry, and they give you another 1,500 dirhams. You earn 3,000 dirhams on top of 5,000 dirhams because you know how you enter data. And where is this data entry now? Kids. 1-year-old kid can enter data with an iPad, flipping iPad, going up and down, playing. That's a data entry. And that job, as a secure job, is obsolete now. I don't think I have much of the time, but I'll try to also another fast forwarding. New jobs are unknown. And this is very, very, very true statement. You need to understand as a student, you need to keep in mind that you need to upskill yourself always. You need to reskill yourself always to be able to understand, to be able to be competitive in a very tough environment. Okay, talentism is a new capital. That's true. This is not for you guys. This is for me, and this is for the professor at the West London University. We need to understand and address those main questions. We have created a future model. This is a DED capital right that we've created to predict how a future can be shaping up different jobs. So basically, it's a 3-stage model. Stage 1, here we'll look at the sector disruptions and job growth. And then model 2, jobs and skills. And model 3, what type of policies, advisory do we need as a government in order for us to enrich our economy and to be more of facilitative for the new futuristic jobs. So by saying that, I would like to thank everybody for listening. And I would like to thank the University of West London for giving me this opportunity to speak. And I also thank Dr. Ibrahim for inviting me to come over in here. Thank you very much. We cannot hear you, Doctor. We cannot hear you. At least I cannot hear you. I don't know.
I cannot hear him as well, sir.
Okay.
My apologies. Thank you, Your Excellency. It's an honor always to associate with you, and I've had the opportunity to rub shoulders with you on different platforms. We hope and pray you'll continue to support us and be a friend of the University of West London. I was so enchanted by the speech. We're talking about a very complicated concept, okay, something that's usually discussed only in the boardrooms, but then your way of simplifying it and giving a lot of relevant examples, I'm sure would have made it easy for our students to understand. My little one was cheering, saying that, oh, playing on Xbox and playing on my PSP is going to definitely make me more employable in the future.
Correct.
And I
no,
think
I'm just sorry, Doctor. I'm really sorry. Now, another contestant was given a chance to speak about the exploration of the space, right? Now, if you don't know how to use PlayStation with joysticks and have that synchronization, that vehicle is unmanned. So people are sitting here in Dubai using joysticks and VR just to see and to manipulate the movement of that space ship.
Definitely. So, you know, every time I don't think parents should stop our kids if they're doing that. You know, they're basically building for the future. And of course, your concept of the digital nomad. Nowadays, while working from home at 8 o'clock, when you want to take a stroll around the building, you start feeling guilty because you're supposed to be working all the time. So, and I think what you said was very encouraging, sir, because when pearl diving disappears, the beaches disappears, you know, God Almighty gives you oil. So I'm sure that if we are ready to work hard and ready to strive for the future, let AI come, let machines come, but human beings will definitely endure. And that's what Dubai is teaching as well, with such a brilliant vision for the future. Once again, I'm really happy that you joined us, and I thank you. I would now like to request our CEO, Mr. Rafi, to speak a few words. I think we still have a problem. I think we still have a problem. Not a problem. On behalf of Mr. Rafi, on behalf of Professor Agarwal, Dr. Suresh, and all the stakeholders of the university, I thank you, sir. It's an honor. I have texted the names of the winners. The judges were fighting amongst themselves because it was way too close. Every performance was par excellence. So would really appreciate if you could announce the winners from the third place onwards. Third place, second place, and the first place.
Well, thank you very much. You've given me the easiest part of this evaluation. So I'm very happy I wasn't part of the fight between you guys. Alhamdulillah, I'm part of just announcing good things. Well, I would like to announce third place, SP062, Sharjah Indian School Girls, Janvi Raj.
Congrats to Janvi. Congrats to Janvi from Sharjah Indian School. Third place, SP062.
Congratulations. Okay. Now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, second place, SP036, Dubai Gems Private School, Kira Luis Fernandez.
Thank you so much.
Lewis from the Dubai Gem Private School, the second place. Congrats again.
Now I need some money from the first place. First place, please prepare my check. Ask your parents to prepare a check for me. First place goes to SP084, Gems Cambridge International School, Abu Dhabi, Warda Akbar.
Congrats, Warda. Congrats.
Warda, I need my check, please, to be mailed to my office.
Thank you. Oh my God.
That's brilliant. Brilliant. Congrats. Thank you once again, sir. Congrats to all the winners. So we have the list put up over here. Third place, it's Janvi Raj from SIS SP062. The second place goes southwards to Dubai, to the Dubai Gem School, private school. And then SP084, the first place, the winner of the grand finale, all the way from Abu Dhabi, is Warda Akbar. Congrats. Congrats to all the participants as well. You've all given the top place winners a very, very tough competition, and you're all winners. So can I now invite Anupama for the formal vote of thanks, please?
Right. Good evening, everybody. So before that, I request Rafi sir, if you have to add few words before we end.
Yes, yeah, now I think it's okay, right?
Wonderful, you're back.
Excellent.
It was, to be frank with you, it was a long journey for last 1.5 hours. I was looking for these problems to be fixed actually. Initially, I was working with my laptop. What happened? My daughter was also one of the contestants at the beginning. The same problem repeated now because it was not working now. And mobile, the camera coming from backside now, and it's fine now. It is fixed up, and thanks for waiting, as well as I'm extremely sorry. My regrets for the delay, to be late to be here. And the organizers actually given me little time at the beginning itself. I told them I need to express my gratitude to His Excellency Muhammad Shahil Saidi. So I have requested them to take additional time to express my gratitude to our chief guest. Thank you, sir, for coming here and spending the valuable time with us and sharing your experience about Dubai. We know actually when you go to European countries and other Western countries, usually when you talk about UAE, they will ask, UAE, is it in Dubai? This is what the mindset among the among the Europeans. Usually they will market, they will promote Dubai like anything. So Dubai actually it's a dream place for all the people around the world. It's a tourist destination, and you have natural wonders, and it's a great destination for the industries as well as for the entrepreneurs. I am proud to be here today, this wonderful evening, and listen the speakers from beginning to the end. Actually, it is really awesome. It's wonderful. I mean, people may doubt that whether our children got the subject well in advance, because it is the impromptu speaking. They are thinking 30 seconds and they talk like what they have got the subject 2 days in advance. It's really awesome. I could say each and everyone in this competition, contest, performed well, and the judges are really in a difficult situation. I doubt, to what extent they might have taken the burden and stress to go for a judicial decision among these wonderful speakers. So we are thankful for Dr. Sangeet Ibrahim. He was the person behind this initiative, this project. He inspired us. He has a tagline where inspire millions. We contributed 103 students to add his numbers, right? So it's a great effort and support by Dr. Sangeet, and he was working last few days 24/7, and he made it a big success. And also, to start with, I should express my gratitude to Nivedya and Ammar. Both are our students. They were the host of this event, and they did wonderfully well. And respected our Professor Suresh Kamlat, Dean, Lord Letter Business School, and Murali, our Dean was today absent, and Mohan Agarwal, Mrs. Zahir, Sajesh, all did excellent job to make this happen and to make this event a big success. As well as judges Mohd Rashid, thank you for joining with us, and Dr. Sunana Iqbal, Sheikh Hamdan Award winner and author and trainer. He is one of our faculty member. He is our MBA course coordinator of University of West London Branch Campus. Thank you all judges to be here today, this evening. All friends, my colleagues, we used to tell that UWL University of West London is a family, and let me express my gratitude to all the family members of UWL, faculty, my colleagues, contestants, teachers, parents, principals of the schools, and school counselors who came and listened this grand finale of inter-school impromptu speaking contest. It was a great event, and we have 103 contestants from UAE. We have 54 schools, prominent schools participated in this contest. Actually, I felt each and everyone are the winners, because 103 contestants came from different schools, and they were the school toppers. And they were the best speakers from respective schools. You see the small issues, the mood of the day, sometimes the topic which you are getting, or sometimes, the time lagging. I mean, small fraction of seconds will, a little issue, little problems on your speaking you may lose due to very minute fraction of seconds and fraction of issues. You will be losing your reaching to the final round. But anyway, now we have 12 students reach to the final round, and 12 students from the challengers. all these 24 students and parents, as well as the principals and their counselors, we would like to invite to our campus for a prize distribution ceremony we were planning to schedule by the month of March. And we don't want to stop because Dr. Sangeet inspired me also. So 103 plus 1. Now we have 104 people inspired by his initiative. Thank you, Dr. Sangeet, spending much time from your tight schedule to be here to make these programs a big success. We don't want to stop this from this UAE PAN-UAE contest. We want to make it a GCC contest in the next academic year, and we are expecting the support from all of you supported this event. All the students, what I want to tell that even though there are 3 winners, you don't think that you are the losers. You are all the winners. You are all success stories are the stories of great failure. So don't worry, but it is not the failure. You see, Beethoven, we might have heard about Beethoven, and he had a great talent in music, but he was told that he has not a talent for music. You are all see, Beethoven contributed great music to the world. So you are all actually speakers, and small issues and the mood and your topic might be the issue you might be losing in this final contest. So we want to honor all these 24 contestants came this event, and we will let you know. In addition to that, all the 103 contestants joined for this program will be getting compliments and token of gift from University of West London. Also, I heard the talk by His Excellency Muhammad Shah Al-Saadi talking about the modern technology and the new career opportunities. This is what I have to say, that in our university, actually based on the modern trend, based on the technological advancement, we started some new courses like, for example, cybersecurity we started this year, and next year we are planning artificial intelligence. We have a number of courses. All this also I want to let you, I want to inform, I want to share with all our students that all of you are our family members, and all of you getting a privilege in your campus if you're joining with our course. But you have multiple options. You can go for proper evaluation, you can look into the university standard, you can compare with other universities, you can find out what are the plus and minus from our side, and anyone is joining with us. As a token of gesture and gratitude, you all will be getting a special privilege in our campus in all respects. So we invite you, all of you, to visit our campus one day. And this year we are also starting the engineering courses. Now we have the programs catering commerce students, art students, and science students. Engineering, psychology, and computer science are the courses might be interested by science students. And for commerce students, we have ACCA, we have BAF program where you are getting 9 paper exemption for ACCA course. Anyway, setbacks are inevitable, so don't worry. This setback can act as a driving force which give you courage and faith to overcome setback. If you could learn from your experience, you would be able to turn stumbling block into a stepping stone. Wish you all the best and congratulations to all of you. Finally, as many trainers would like to say, that winners don't do different things. They do things differently. So here, these 3 students did their speech differently, but all of you are the winners, and congratulations to all the students join here for this program, and congratulations to all the faculty members, my colleagues and friends. Thank you. Thanks a lot. See you.
Thank you very much, sir. And very good evening to everyone. So it's been a very fascinating and engaging 8 days with 6 preliminary rounds, 1 challenges round, and today's brilliant grand finale. And there are efforts put from so many people to make this contest a grand success. But first of all, on behalf of University of West London students, staff, and management, let me thank our chief guest, His Excellency Muhammad Shah Al-Saadi, for his presence and his speech on future jobs. And big thanks to Dr. Suresh Gamblat for your valuable time and very useful advice on public speaking. And I would also like to express our profound gratitude to our CEO, Mr. Ahmed Rafi B. Fari, for giving us an opportunity to organize this event. And thank you for your continuous support and motivation, sir. And many thanks for the wonderful speech that you have given. And thank you, Dr. Mohan Agarwal, for introducing us to the Spark model and the useful speaking tips. And my heartfelt thanks to our judges, Dr. Sangeet Ibrahim, Mohammad Rashid, and Dr. Sunaina Iqbal for judging today's round and for your precious time. And before I go on to the team who has put this together, I think what I must say is that we are very much impressed and touched by the ability of our contestants, exceptionally. And I think they deserve a huge round of applause for their active participation. And we could see that each and every participant have done their best right from the first round. And congratulations to the winners of the grand finale. And again, congratulations to the winners of Challengers Round 2. Let me also thank the teachers and staff from all the schools for your nominations and coordinating with us and with the students as well. And thank you so much for joining us today. And my special and most heartfelt thanks, of course, to Dr. Sangeet Ibrahim, who has been exceptionally helpful for leading the entire event, for guiding us through everything, and for the solid support system. Thank you so much, Dr. Sangeet.
Anytime.
And let me also thank our hosts, the two brilliant students from UWL, Amar Sharik and Nivedya Balagopal. It's unbelievable, the kind of involvement and the commitment that they have shown. We are really thankful to them. And I'm happy to express thanks to all our non-academic and academic team. Their help in informing schools about the contest was incredible. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations again to the winners, and we'll soon get in touch with your schools to inform about the prize distribution ceremony that would be held at our campus to present the prizes and trophy to the schools. And we are happy to inform that all the participants will get a direct access to attend all our webinars, exclusive training sessions by UWL RAK Employability Lab. And so with that note, I would like to officially wind up the grand finale of the PAN-UAE Impromptu Speaking Contest from the University of West London, Ras Al Khaimah branch campus. Thank you everyone once again, and good night.